Bonsoir, mes amis. Welcome back to Monaco. Last time, for the origin stories, we took a look at the locksmith and the pickpocket. This time, we'll be taking a look at the hacker and the gentleman. This mission's actually pretty neat because it introduces a mechanic that we haven't seen before now. You might notice there are actually coins inside the walls. As far as I know, the only mission this actually appears in is the Hacker's Origins mission. Basically what happens is these coins in the walls, the only way to get those coins is by hacking them. And you may notice, based on the ridiculous security systems, yeah, the hacker's supposed to be able to take on all this. It is almost exactly as difficult as it seems. As a character, the hacker actually hasn't changed that much from when he appeared in Monte Carlo. Much like the locksmith has the color blue, but he used to be green, the hacker used to be blue, but now he has the color green. His abilities were a little bit different as well. He used to be able to use, they called it thermal vision, to look through walls and see where guards were. And aside from that, he was pretty much the same character. By the way, every single piece of alarm you're going to find in the Hacker's Origin mission, everything is connected to a shotgun turret. So if you get spotted, you're gonna get hurt.
Oh!
A big part of this level revolves around 1, getting access to a bunch of viruses, and 2, getting access to a bunch of keys. And this room is just an absolute pain. There's only 2 ways I can think of to get through this one, and that's either to brute force it, or to go very slowly. If you're being careful, your viruses will actually turn off 1 panel at a time for you, but to be frank, you really can't rely on that. Even so, with all the trophies out of the way, at a certain point you're just going to find yourself out of viruses in a bad spot. You can try to bust through a security system, but sometimes viruses just don't cooperate with you. And, yeah. So, that could have gone better. The Gentleman's level has one main feature. There are a ridiculous amount of guards, and they have a ridiculous spawn rate. The other feature that is in this level I'll actually be coming up on by mistake, but we'll see that when we get there. This level, much like the last one, requires the use of keys to get pretty much anywhere. You're locked off from having almost access to any item, and remember that feature I talked about? Yeah. Each one of the key doors is blocked off with a hunk of C4, and it's very easy to trip into that.
Je vais te tuer.
Regardless, as I said, this mission has a lot of guards. And for the most part, you're not going to have any items to deal with it unless you put yourself at significant risk. Most of your items are going to be in the area on the top right there. You see there's a key. That's where some of the items are. And the others, well, part of the problem with that room up there is that even though one part is an alarm door and one entrance is a key door, there's still a lot of security there you have to get through if you actually want to grab an item. As far as character history goes, the gentleman did not appear in the original game Monte Carlo. The closest you could probably get to that is a character called the Rat that never saw completion since the Rat was, or Monte Carlo was never finished. And it actually occurs to me now, I've been mentioning the original game a couple times, but not actually directly said what it is. Monaco actually started off life as a 2010 Indie Games finalist at the, what was it called? IGF Indie Games Festival? Yeah, as Monte Carlo. A lot of the mechanics stayed pretty intact. You hold up against items to use them, stuff like that, but the devil's in the details. A lot of the characters aren't tied to a certain item, and some of the colors have been changed, some of the abilities have been changed. And the game's finished, you know, small things.
Je te tiens, je vais te tuer. Arrête-toi, voleur. Je vais te tuer.
I know I've mentioned before that a lot of guards spawn into these levels, but until you see this level you won't fully understand just how bad it gets. If you think it looks bad now, I can guarantee you it gets worse. If you get lucky, you can set off the bombs without actually hurting yourself. At that time, the alarm panel was out of range, or the alarm panel was out of the range of the bomb, so I was still able to take out a guard and completely jib him, but I was untouched by the bomb, which I think is a plus.
Qui va là? Bon, ça devait être un chat. Je suis sûr d'avoir entendu quelque chose. Qui va là?
It's at this point that I begin to damn near hyperventilate because of how many guards are cramming this hallway.
Bon, ça devait être un chat.
So I pause here to take a breath and refresh my disguise, and well, let's face it, things aren't gonna last much longer.
Qui va là?
Might as well go out with a bang. That's all for now. Please join me next time.